Hi guys, welcome back to the channel this week. If you're new here, I'm Chuck.
And I'm Allie.
And we are AlliChuck Adventures. This week we are in Daytona and Daytona Beach.
For one of our Motley Crue tribute gigs.
Yep, we're playing the Bandshell on Daytona Beach. And we're gonna be staying at Sunshine Holiday RV Resort here in Ormond Beach. And it's another 1,000 Trails membership club for us. So we are definitely taking advantage of the 1,000 Trails membership that we currently have. If you're new here, we would really appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button and ring that bell notification. That way you know when we upload new videos. Well, I am on the way to the Bandshell. Allie is back with Melissa and Dave. They're going to get ready in the RV and hang out until closer to showtime. That way we don't have to leave Nikki for very long. Yeah, it's pouring down rain, but I'm actually starting to drive out of the rain as I'm getting closer to the beach, which is a good thing. We're hoping that this rain doesn't put a damper on tonight's show. So, fingers crossed. We'll see how it turns out.
You should practice doing it like lower. Huh?
What a beautiful day. You've never been to Daytona, really?
No.
Really?
I had no reason to come over here.
Oh, wow.
Lovely day.
Hey. Well, we're getting ready to go out and check out Buc-ee's.
Melissa and Dave have never been.
Right? We are waiting on Jamie and Sharon and Ethan. They have never been to Buc-ee's. So
Really?
No. We are the only ones who have actually been to a Buc-ee's, so this is going to be fun.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
want me some beaver nuggets.
I want beef brisket sandwich, I think, today. Yeah, we just kind of recovering from the show last night. It was quite humid.
The rain kept a lot of people away, but as the night went on, more people came out.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty decent show.
Yeah, the show turned out good. We were definitely exhausted by the end. I'll say that. That was the most sweat I've ever poured out on a stage, I do believe. We are here at another 1,000 Trails RV Resort. It is Sunshine Holiday, and it's in Daytona. First impressions are the sites are very close together.
It's a circle.
It's basically laid out in a circle, so the pool is in the center of everything, which is nice. We did get to enjoy the pool a little bit this morning. We're both pretty tired, so probably going to eat some Buc-ee's and take a nap before we head downtown to grab dinner tonight. Yeah. Wow, Buc-ee's is quite packed today. We should get some ice.
Okay, Chuck, so what new stuff did we get from Buc-ee's?
I don't know, I think it's fudge, some sort of fudge, but I'll tell you what. This thing must weigh, I mean, feel the weight of that. It's got to weigh 3 pounds.
Jeez. All right.
So,
one shot.
got a little knife in there. And this here is going to be my section right here.
Oh, gosh.
So,
We got some more beef jerky. We got some more beaver nuggets.
Yep.
We had our
Beaver nuggets. I got the Bohemian garlic.
And Chuck, you had a new type of sandwich, didn't you, for lunch?
I had the ham something or other, but I tell you what, we spent $60. Not cheap.
And Melissa and Dave went in for the first time, and you guys said it was nuts, right?
It was
Crazy in
vodka
there.
balls in there.
It's the Disney World of convenience stores.
They went in and they were like, okay, we've seen enough, we're gone.
And we're out of here.
Too many people.
Yeah, it is very crowded. All right, try the fudge. Is it good?
Mmm. You know what?
Nikki
What?
wants a piece.
It's fudge.
It's good.
Oh, fudge. So believe it or not, we had to dig deep in our brains to remember what we did Saturday night.
It should have been right there at the forefront of our brain because we went to Bubba Gump's.
It was only like 2 days ago. Oh my goodness, we're so tired. Yeah, we went back downtown to Daytona Beach, and we were going to check out the Kiss tribute band that was playing the Bandshell that night.
Our friend Sean
created
the drum riser that it was a
tank,
yeah, that held the drum set on top. It was very cool.
Yeah, and we were originally going to eat at Krabby Joe's, right?
On the pier.
But that was like
over an hour wait.
Yeah, so we ended up at Bubba Gump's. First time at Bubba Gump's.
Yeah, they got a little souvenir glass here.
What do you say?
Got a cherry icy.
And a souvenir cup.
Yes.
What does it say? Bubba Gump. Turn it a little bit. Bubba Gump, shrimp. Keep going. Keep turning. Keep turning. Keep turning a little more. Company. Okay.
Cherry.
Obviously, Allie told him when we were going in that we had our dog, and she's a service dog. So we figured they would probably seat us outside on the outside patio, and we could basically just eat our dinner and watch some of the Kiss tribute band. Yeah. But they set us inside. Nikki got to sit up in the bench with us.
Like a person.
Yep. She got basically every last little piece of tail of shrimp that I was eating. And
because we had Bubba Gump shrimp and Bubba Gumps.
We had tempura shrimp.
Oh, it was so good.
We had fried shrimp.
And that was it.
And actually, that was all. Next time we'll try some other shrimps, but they were good. We actually like the tempura best, I think.
Yeah, it was very good.
And like she said, she got a souvenir glass. I got a souvenir glass. Only cost us like $80 to eat there. Wasn't bad.
Right. So we did go out after dinner and watch a little bit of the Kiss show. Until the fireworks happened, which was very pretty, but Nikki didn't think so.
Nikki didn't like it.
And
no.
so she was like, "Where's my out? How do I get out of here?"
Yep.
So we couldn't stay very long, and we ended up going back to the RV. Didn't stay up very late at all. Well, I was so beat.
Yeah. Well, on our way back to the RV, we went up over the overpass, the pedestrian overpass over the highway there, A1A, and we recreated a photo that we took probably
we'll
10
show you
or 11
that.
years ago. Yep.
We'll show you the photo. We'll actually show you the before and the after.
Yeah, and then Allie said we just came back to the RV. Dave and Melissa had already made their way back here, and we just came back and went pretty much straight to bed. We were just so exhausted.
So tired. And then Sunday, we had our friend Christina come and stay with us for a couple nights, and that was so good seeing her and having her be with us.
Yeah, but before she got here, Jamie and Sharon and Ethan took us a little sightseeing around some of the sites here. We just kind of went out and found a few Easter eggs of some old historic ruins.
Yeah, we saw the
sugar mill ruins.
The sugar and the rum mill, yeah. And that was really interesting to see that. We saw two of them, actually, two different mills.
Yeah, we saw the man who town was named after, Ormond.
Yeah. His grave site, yeah.
An honest man. We also saw like some plantation house ruins with slave quarter ruins, and also just a huge sugar mill.
Yes, very interesting.
Yeah. All right, so we've actually hit the sugar mill plantation here, and it is pretty massive ruins. Look at the size.
The plantation my father Charles Willem Bullough purchased and began to develop in 1821.
Cool. Let's go check them out. The Bullough Sugar Mill.
We can do a little walk.
Yeah, it's actually got a little pathway walking through it. Driven by sweat and steam. Oh, I bet that's true. We're sweating as it is, and we're not doing anything.
Standing here.
Just standing here, yeah.
This well supplied water for the boiler that produced steam to operate the mill's cane crushing machinery.
Wow.
Use unknown.
Exactly, yeah. So they don't know what this well was used for, but there is a well here. You know what I say? Oh well.
Oh, geez.
Don't know what it was used for. Oh well.
Oh well.
Guess we'll have to use our imagination. So we're actually thinking that these archways, the bricks here are original, and that wood is holding them in place, and this one has probably been restored. It looks newer. We were just saying that the ruins are so pretty here that if you didn't know better, you could be an old Gothic church. And not to mention, we saw a 2,000-year-old tree, or so we thought.
Yeah. Turns out it was only 500 years old.
Yeah.
Only.
Only 500 years old. But that was one big mama jama of a tree, we'll say.
Sunday, and
We,
then went to the Botanical Gardens and Art Gallery.
Yeah.
Very neat place. Inside they had a fabric art gallery where they had all these different pieces that were made out of cloth. Very interesting.
And they were for sale.
Yeah, and they were like $2,000, $7,000.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, $6,700 for one. So one of the really neat things in this art museum that Allie's talking about was this one gentleman who donated a lot of his paintings. I think it was like back in the 1940s. He was in World War I, and they have a display of his medals from that war, his helmet from that war. And he must have been a Christian because a lot of his paintings had, you know, Christian themes to them, which was really neat.
Right, very pretty.
Really enjoyed looking at his artwork. It definitely had like that classical, to me, that classical old type of painting feels. Then we did, like she said, we walked around the Botanical Gardens. There was a little cottage on the gardens that was also built like back in the 1800s. We saw
ponds with little turtles.
Yeah, we got
to see them eat.
Yep, we got to see one of the groundskeepers feeding the turtles, and because it was funny, we walked up and the turtles were all coming up to us, and they were like,
"Are you going to feed us? Are you going to feed us?"
Yeah,
they were cute.
So we found out they eat cat food, and that they have probably over 75 turtles in that one little pond.
Right.
We were chilling out, and then Jamie was coming over to help me try to diagnose the issues that we're having with the RV, see if there was any like loose ground wires, which we did find a loose ground wire. Unfortunately, it did nothing to help the problem of the refrigerator not working or the back jacks working.
Right. And then I was getting ready to go do something, and I hear Christina say, "Man, that RV is really close here. Are they parking here?" And I was in the other room, and all of a sudden I hear Chuck say, "Oh my gosh, the RV just hit Christina's car."
So we just had an issue. Jamie and I were outside working on our electrical issues on our rig and trying to diagnose the issues of our fridge and our back jacks not working. And a gentleman in a truck pulling a fifth wheel, a 3-axle fifth wheel, pulled by our site, and all of a sudden we heard a crunch. His tail swing on his RV had come around and hit our friend's car on the back end and busted her tail light and boogered up her fender. So important lesson, you got to know that when you're pulling a trailer, that behind your last axle to the end of the trailer, you're going to have at least a foot of tail swing for every 3 feet from the back of the tire to the back of the RV, and he didn't even know he hit it. And so just one of those things. It was a good thing we were outside and heard it, because otherwise we would have never known that this guy hit the car. Christina would have probably went out to load her luggage and been like, "What happened to my car?" Everything turned out well. The gentleman was really apologetic, and obviously, you know, I'm sure it ruined his day for sure. But that's something that we talked about. You gotta understand that for every foot behind your last axle
every 3
every 3 feet, yeah, every 3 feet from your back axle to the back end of your trailer, you're going to have like a foot of tail swing. And a lot of people do not realize that. You can't see the tail swing. You know, that's the thing.
Right. From
when you're driving. So, and then last night we headed down to a new little restaurant that we've never tried before.
Went down to Loggerheads and had dinner right there. Right across the street was the actual beach, and it was beautiful. You could hear the waves crashing. It was nice scenery.
Yep.
Right there.
Highly recommend. It was, it even called itself an old dive bar, and it kind of was. It was an old dive bar, but they have live music every night of the week.
Every night, yeah.
And so, like she said, you're right across the street. There's no houses on the beach there, so you can sit there and look at the beach and hear the waves. And
I had coconut shrimp.
I went to a beach bar, seafood dive bar, and had a chicken parmesan. It was not bad.
I don't know what's wrong with you.
Well, I do like my spaghetti.
As
and
Lynn
I like
Wagner
chicken.
says, you do love your pasta.
I do. So.
And Christina had tacos, chicken tacos.
Yep. And.
But we had a pina colada.
Yeah, we did have pina coladas.
Perfect for the beach bar.
Yep.
The time has come.
Yep.
The big weekend is here. We're going to be going to get Mom this weekend. So
Yep.
we drive up on Friday, the 1st of July. We'll arrive there that evening, and then the next day, Saturday, we will be packing up her car and going to U-Haul, getting a dolly to carry her car back. And then third, we're driving back to Florida with her. She'll be a Floridian.
We'll be documenting that move,
Yeah.
even though it won't be an RV trip. So be on the lookout for that video.
It'll be a memory for us and something we can always look back at. That
It's
big
an
change.
adventure.
It is an adventure.
Yeah.
So-
This is AlliChuck Adventures, not just AlliChuck
Camping.
RV Adventures.
Yeah.
That's why we decided to go just AlliChuck Adventures, because it's mostly RV,
Yeah.
obviously.
But we have different adventures too that happen.
Yep. We'll see you guys probably in Georgia next.